class it is, and we shall start in Supta Baddha Konasana with the roll. So let me show you first. So I've got bolster across. I've got 2 blocks and a blanket, that's for the head. And then you want to be close enough to the wall so that you can bring your toes kind of against the wall. And then the bolster is just supporting the upper back, so just underneath the armpit. And just catching the lower tips of the shoulder blades. So you've got this space for the shoulders to go down and then to take the arms out to the side. Yeah, do you see? The chin should be down lower than the forehead. And I don't have anything here, but it would be a good thing to have some support also for the upper thighs so that the groins can really relax, because otherwise they'll start to pull after a while. Get yourself into position. I'll just lie here for a little bit so you can see me. So by this slight sort of pressing of the toes against the wall, and you don't madly push against the wall, just by lying with the toes against the wall, it allows this a bit of an extra lift in the abdomen, and it's really good for menstruation especially, yeah, but not just. Yeah. For the abdomen. So get yourself ready. So let's go and have a look at you. So just see that the chin is down lower than the forehead, so have enough height for the head. That's important so that you pacify the thinking brain. Yeah. So puff, yeah. And then you've got that space for the shoulders to be able to descend down. And just have the arms kind of straight out, yeah? Yeah, just let them, not overhead, Yannick, but just out to the side, out to the side. And just feel that you are on the very center of the back of the head. Feel that the back of the neck is long. So Trish, you need a bit more space there between the bolster and your support so that your shoulders can go down. Yeah, so because that would not be very comfortable. So the bolster needs to come down lower and the shoulders need to be able to go down in that gap there. That's it. And just allow the face to completely relax. And also, Trish, you need more height if you have another blanket for the head or another block. Yeah. Always check if your positioning is right, and if it's not, it's no good, staying in a bad pose just because for some reason you couldn't be bothered with changing it. Yeah, it's not a good way to be. It's much better to come up and remember, everything always has to make sense. If the groins are pulling and you don't have that support for the thighs, then get it so that your groins can relax. Yeah, if your knees are hanging midair, then the groins will surely after a while start to pull. And so allow yourself to settle, to be in the present moment. Be here now, as Ramdas used to say. Relaxing the face and all the facial muscles. Widen the space between the eyebrows. Soften the eyelids. Let the eyes move down away from the eyelids. Imagine that you have eyes at the back of the head, looking out through the darkness of the skull. Relax the jaws, the tongue, the throat. Let yourself feel the contact you have between the back body and the floor. Head to feet and feet to head. Feeling all the touch points between the back body and the floor. Welcome, Marianne. So we are in Supta Baddha Konasana with the feet against the wall. I'll just show you. So you've got 2 blocks, blanket for the head, bolster across if you have one, otherwise some blanket. And then we are with the feet against the wall, like this. You have space for the shoulders to go down, for the arms to come up to the sides. And then some support for the outer thighs also. So, like this. Making sure chin is down lower than the floor. Softening the abdomen. Let the abdomen just completely relax down. Softening. Feel the contact between the back body and the floor and the support. Head to feet and feet to head. Can you feel the whole plane of the body on the floor at once? Yeah, probably I'm not sure. The angle I see you, I'm not sure. But it looks to me like the chin is coming up too much. But so you may have to get some more height for the head if it doesn't, yeah. And for the next few moments, take your awareness to your breath. And it's breath awareness. You're not trying to change anything, but as you breathe out, just follow the breath with your awareness from the chest down into the abdomen. And with the breath in, follow the breath with awareness from the abdomen up into the chest. And just feel where the breath is filling you from the inside, where the breath touches the skin, where the skin touches the cloth on top as you breathe. Just feeling, being sensitive. Remember how the attitude should be when we observe the breath. You're passive, you're only the observer. So imagining again that the trunk is like your house, your breath is your guest, and all you are doing is just opening the doors for the guest to show them around your house. Just walking in front of your breath and opening the doors for the breath to be able to go, move around. So it's a meditative state that we are in when we do this. And every so often as the mind wants to run away, as the mind does, that's the nature of mind, just gently bring it back to the breath. Without judgment, without, any opinions. Just take the breath back. Take yourself back to your breath. Couple of more minutes. All right, and then slowly preparing to come out. So bring your knees together. Roll yourself to the right. Slowly from the side, come up. And we're going to do some work in your pose. I see somebody was sabotaging. You come back. I have to have a word with earlier about that. Okay, so we're going to have 2 blocks against the wall and then the 2 bricks on top. And then you need to check. There are different ways to do this, and because you don't have the ropes, this is not a good way to do it. This is the chair. You need a folding chair that's going to be against the bricks, and then just for comfort, you can have some blanket here. And then coming forward, taking the hands on the bricks and then open the feet back. Now, you could have some bolster in the head. All right, this chair is folding. Right, so that the chair is lifting the hips. Yeah, am I making sense? When you go into it, just be careful because usually it's okay. I don't know why this chair is. Yeah, so when you go kind of hold the chair in position, because if I go into it, it might start to fall. You don't want that. Yeah, so hold your hand along the sides of the chair as you slide down, and then here you go. The bolster was maybe a little too much for me. If I just had a blanket here for my head, it would be enough. Okay. See how you get on with the height of the chair and the hips and all of that. Yeah, so first sliding the hands along the chair, kind of holding it together, and then once it feels that it's safe, then you can start working the feet back more. So it should be relaxing. Take your hands down, so if you can reach those bricks, and if your arms are long, like my arms are quite long, I had to turn the fingers out, yeah, because I was all the way to the wall, so it just depends.
Again, just be with your breath. And it's not Uttanasana. Uttanasana, or the forward bend, is coming later. This is a dog pose. Some of your feet should come a little bit further back. Michelle and Bernie, just take your feet a little bit further back if you can. So you should be making a dog pose shape. And just be with the breath, with the head supported like this, allowing the thinking brain to recede towards the back brain, and the eyes sinking down deep into the eye sockets, allowing your active, your thinking brain to be quiet. I wonder, Trish, if you could maybe slide the bolster down a little bit more, so because it's the back is rounding, you don't have space, so give yourself a little more space as you go. Yeah, it's better. And again, just be with your breathing, letting go, soft, smooth, slightly longer, slightly deeper breaths through the nose. Let your awareness be more in the back body, in your back, in your low back. As you breathe in, let yourself feel where the breath goes around your lower back. As you breathe out, feel where you need to let go around, perhaps around the upper body, the upper back, the shoulders, the back of the neck, upper arms. See where you need to let go. All right, and then slowly preparing to come up. Remember to come up slowly, especially if your blood pressure tends to go down too low. So bend your knees, walk your feet forward, and take yourself up. And straight away into Uttanasana. So you're going to do it this way. You've got your chair, you've got some blanket on the top of the chair, bolster, my feet are just in line with the back legs of the chair, with the heels out, toes in. And as I press down on the back of the chair, I lift the chest. And then I'm going over. Yeah? So thinking of going over the chair. And then the head down, arms over. Yeah. If one boost is not enough, if you feel so the back should be straight, for the spine to be happy in this, and to get the benefits. So if you need more height, then see if you can experiment and get more height. All right, so if you go into it, so heels out, toes in, feet are the width of the chair. And then, so first as you press on the top of the chair, lift yourself up, lifting, getting the lift in the spine, and then going over. So think of, so rather than thinking of going down, you're going over the chair and forward, over and forward, leading with the chest, and then taking the head down. If you can't keep your heels on the floor, that's a sign that you need to put something underneath your feet. And so we have to kind of find our own ways and things, because the chairs are standard, but we are not. We are different heights, different sizes. Yeah. When the head is on that support, just see that the skin of the forehead is moving down towards the ear, towards the eyes. So that's relaxing, that relaxes the thinking brain, yeah, your frontal brain. If you were to have the skin going up, then it excites the brain, yeah, so that's not what you want. So you want the skin to move down towards the eyes. And just be with the breath. Noticing what the breath does. And in every pose you make, every pose has a different kind of breath. So just be sensitive to see what's happening in each pose that we do. And in this one, you know that perhaps the breath slows down, the heart rate slows down. It's very calming and cooling for the brain. So in this pose and in the last pose, we are trying to cool the brain, because we spend so much time thinking when we are, whatever we are doing during the day, working, you know, we are always thinking, and now it's your time. Go with that, to be present, to quiet the thinking brain. And you know that this pose is particularly beneficial for times of anxiety. Yeah. For the times when you have something on your mind and you have that kind of anxious, crushing feeling in the chest sometimes. If you do this for at least 5 minutes or longer, it really, really helps. One more minute or so. Just be with the breath. When the mind runs away with you, just bring it back to the breath. That's your practice. That's your meditation practice. All right, and then slowly prepare yourself to come up. Again, slowly, so you don't get dizzy. You can bend your knees and just lift yourself up. And in the sequence of things, you would be doing something like hanging upside down. If you were here with me, because you're not this time do another one where your head is down, right? So this time, Restorative with the feet wide. And coming forward, you put some blanket on the chair, folded arms on your head, and forehead resting on the chair. And again, making sure the skin of the forehead is heading down to your eyes and not the other way. Okay, so get yourself into position. Right, so it's another one where we are cooling the thinking brain. Have you got enough space there, Michelle? Yeah. So heels out a little. And keep your legs straight, even though you don't want to tense them too much, but keep them straight so that the spine can release. Buttocks are right over the heels. And just be quiet in the brain and be with the breath again. See how it is now. So you don't let your lower back collapse. See that you're lifting the floating ribs. All right, and then slowly preparing to come up. Slowly again. You can bend your knees to sit yourself up. And we are going to do a back bend with the chair in a relaxing way. So it's a good thing to have. Now, Marianne, that chair is no good for that. What could you do instead? I'm thinking, let me think. I'll just show you the rest of you. Right, so you've got something for the head. It could be a bolster, blocks. And you're gonna have mat. You could also use a blanket, but I find that blanket would slide. And you're gonna do it with your knees bent. If we had a second chair, I don't want to complicate this too much further. We could have the legs straight on another chair. But as you presumably you don't have a second chair, we'll just do it as we do with your knees bent. You could have a belt as well for your thighs. Alright, so belt near the knees, the knees are hip width apart, and then sitting right on the edge, and you are sitting over the edge of the chair, because I know that when I go back, I have the longest spine, and I want the lower tips of the shoulder blades on the edge, and then enough support for the head, and then just keeping the arms, you know, slightly pushing the sides of the chair to allow the shoulders to move down. And just staying here and relaxing. A few minutes, and then you can take your arms out. And even over, and folding the arms. Not rushing into this, as you know, because this is intense. On the stretch here, everything stretching the liver or the abdominal organs. And to come out, you hold the side of the chair, and then lift yourself straight up without twisting. Okay. You've got a different chair, Marianne. But still, you can't bring your legs through this thing. Show me what you want to do. Not sure how that's gonna work. All right. Okay, see if that works. But if the knees are too wide, they might not be so nice for the back. But see, yeah, see how it is. All right, so everyone sit on the edge. And if you've got long back, then you might sit over the edge of the chair. Yeah, so sitting well in, yeah. And then so as you go back, you want the lower tip to the shoulder blades just on the edge of the chair. So you don't want to come out too much. You don't want to have the lower back on the edge. You want to have the tips of the shoulder blades on the edge of the chair. And not to have the head, you know, going too far back. So you want the neck to be in neutral, the chin to go down towards the chest. So Make sure you've got enough height for the head. And then just pressing the sides of the chair to allow yourself to open the chest and bring the shoulders down. And again, just immediately go to your breath and see how the breath feels now. Just first, Michelle, keep the hands on the chest, somewhere where it's relaxing, yeah? So with the elbows, just relaxed, with the, relaxed, bent elbows, and it will be more relaxing. Then after a while, you can do the second stage, but I want you to stay in this one first. Be with the breath. So if you're in the right place, there shouldn't be pain in your lower back. There could be pain in your lower back if you're gripping, if the muscles around your lower back grip. That, it's just sometimes that happens at the start. We don't do this too often. And if there is any discomfort in your lower back, just tighten the muscles around your lower back, and hopefully that will help. And again, just observe the breath awareness as you breathe out from the chest down into the abdomen, and just opening the doors for the breath to be able to move. And with the breath in, encouraging the breath from the abdomen up towards the chest. When it gets to your sternum, noticing how the breath expands. In the position that you are in, you're making a lot of space there in the chest, noticing where the breath goes. And now you can let the arms go down, not overhead, just by the sides, like if you were doing Shavasana. Just let them fall down with the palms facing up, and just let them get into position that they want to. Yeah? So you get some stretch across the side chest, some release, fascia release. Still be with the breath. And lastly, if you want to, if you don't, if this is enough for you, you don't have to do that. But if you want to take the arms over and see how that feels, what that does, you can do that. Arms overhead, folding the opposite arms. Hold the elbows, not the wrists. And just breathe, feel the stretch in the front body. Now folding the arms one way, then make sure you also fold them the other way. We'll stay for another little while here before we come out. So now we are balancing the energy of the intelligence of the head, of the mind, with the intelligence of the heart. And again, it's about descending into your heart, because we tend to live in the brain the whole time. And there has to be balance. You need both equally. You need your heart, you need your head. All right, preparing to come out then, so you can catch hold of the sides of the chair. Just for a moment, noticing how this now has become much easier to do. It probably feels much better. There's broadness across the belly. The diaphragm is relaxed. When the diaphragm is relaxed, you know that the parasympathetic system, nervous system is at play, that you are relaxing the sympathetic one. All right, and then as you want to come out, you press the feet down, pulling at the chair with both hands, and come up without twisting. Sit up for a moment, feel how you are. When you come up, yeah, feet down, Trish, as you are coming up, because that's not the best thing for your back. Yeah. All right, and yeah, so somewhat, hopefully you feel kind of energized after this. Relaxed, but energized at the same time. Now, take your belt off, and we are going to do shoulder stand with the chair. Obviously, you don't do shoulder stand with period or any of the other things, high blood pressure, eye, ear infections, touch retina. If you are not doing shoulder stand, if you don't have the right chair for it, I'll show you something. You can do something else. But the shoulder stand is a really, really good thing to do. It's one of the best things we have in the restorative practice. So let me show you. Most of you have done this before, so there's no fear. You can have some blanket for the top of the chair for your feet, for your legs, just to make it a little more soft. And then another way to do it is to fold up your mat into a roll and have this roll on the edge of the chair. It has to be on the edge. Okay? So that's your padding for the lower back. And then you've got a bolster for the shoulders, right? To get into it. Feet are wide, and you're sitting yourself in the middle of the chair, so kind of sitting in front of that roll first. Then you take your knees over the top of the chair. And then as you go down, you bring your hand down, you feel your way into it. You want to aim to bring your shoulders down, taking the arms to the inside of the chair and the shoulders all the way down. If you've got the chair with the bar in the front, try to get your arms under. If you can't, just hold the sides of the chair. Yeah, so this is your Salambacharangasana. My goal is to kind of feel like it needs to come, and you will have to adjust this yourselves.
Yeah, so you want the shoulders firmly on the bolster. So we'll stay here for a while, then we're going to do Baddha Konasana. This is a nice position for, if you tend to, you know, just bringing the organs to where they should be, all your abdominals. I was just, one of my past yoga students told me that she has prolapse, uterine prolapse, and she has to have hysterectomy. So this is the kind of thing to be doing to prevent that. Yeah, so you're allowing the abdominal organs to go where they should be. After a while, we are going to bring the knees together, keeping the sacrum down, and lifting the legs up into Viparita Karani. Yeah, so those feet to come down from this, taking the feet here on the chair. Once the feet are down, then taking the arms out, and then sliding back. Resting here. Okay? So if you are confident, go for it. Even if you are a little bit afraid, go for it. Give it your best try. And if you don't have the right chair, Marianne, I don't think you'll be able to do it on what you have. I'll show you something else to do for anybody not doing. You can do this with any chair. So having some blanket on the chair, bolster for the shoulders. And some kind of support. So making this platform of 2 blocks, blanket, and sitting here, taking the soles of the feet together, and knees out, and then going back. Yes, you're opening the chest, and your head is down, chin down, arms out. So this is for those who are not doing shoulders. Clear? Go for it. So once you're there, in shoulders, then the legs should be straight. Yeah, feet are hip width apart. And it should not be uncomfortable. It should be comfortable. Your shoulders should feel supported on your bolster. If the bolster is in the wrong place, see if you can shuffle yourself on top of the bolster. You might need, like I did, taking the arms out and with the bolster. Only do that when you feel secure in the chair so you don't fall. But even if you do fall, it's not such a huge deal because you're nearly on the floor. So burning to take your chin down more. I don't know, the shoulders, are the shoulders on the bolster? Yeah. So you kind of look like you're on top of the head. Oh, it's, I know what it is. It's the big bolster, isn't it? Yeah, so it would be better if maybe Michelle could give you something underneath the head. Maybe some cushion or something, because you don't want to be on top of the head. That's a different pose. Now, Trish, we had the bolster across. See the way I have it there? It's across the shoulders, or the shoulder blade. So chin down, burning, and then straighten the leg. Yeah. And again, just when you're comfortable, be with your breathing.
When you're holding, excuse me, the chair, you want the palms to face up, either that, or if it's not comfortable for the elbows after a while, catch the sides of the chair with the fingers pointing towards each other. You don't want to have the hands down because that closes the shoulders, closes the chest. Yeah, that's better, Trish. Maybe something for the head would be good. The arms out. Yeah, just give yourself a block for the head. And then have the legs, you with the feet together and knees out to the side for Baddha Konasana. Straight probably, if you can. Yeah, for a little bit longer. You haven't been there very long. Keep your legs straight over the back of the chair. No, straight legs over the back of the chair. Straight legs, shoulder stand. Yeah, even if the roll is there, you can take your feet on the roll and just keep your knees straight. And stay there for a little bit longer. And just be with your breathing. Enjoy the breath in because it goes deep in your lungs. It's a good feeling. So who needs a chair for Christmas? Marianne. I was looking at the internet a little bit and you can get a chair actually for 20 euro. It looks like this one. It looks like the yoga chair. So I hope it is. I haven't tried it. I might buy one just to see what it's like. But I thought that was really cheap. So you could ask Santi to bring you a yoga chair. One more minute there. Be with your breath. Don't let your mind run away with you. Keep bringing it back to your breath. Now I can see, Michelle, your head is not on the floor, but I'm just letting it be because I think if you're comfortable, it doesn't look too bad. It's okay. All right, so now we are going to do the Baddha Konasana. So I want you to bring the soles of the feet together on top of the chair and let the knees go out to the side. Yeah, and just feel how that is on the abdomen. Be with the breath still. See how the breath changes. Keep holding the chair, Janika. Yeah. No, yeah, so soles of the feet together on top of the chair and then knees out to the side. That's it. Okay, and then from there, bring your knees together. We're going to do Viparita Karani. So just see that the sacrum is flat on the chair, and then you can bend one knee at a time up towards the ceiling and lift one leg, followed by the other. One leg, and then the other. So you get your balance. Yeah. And so if you're in the right place with the legs, the abdomen should be soft. So again, the diaphragm is relaxed. So feel the sacrum flat on your roll on the mat. All right, and now to come down first, bend to knees, take your feet to the back of the chair. And once they are there, then you can take your arms out one at a time, out of the chair. And then you're going to slide yourself back until the buttocks are on your bolster. And stay there. Don't come up, don't lift the head, but just stay with the buttocks down and feel how you are. So a lot releases in this pose. Can you feel it? How does it feel now? How do you feel? What's the resonance of the pose? And then from there, you can bend the knees more, roll into the side. Come on. And we are going to do Setu Bandha Sharvangasana. So, bolster in the center of the mat, blanket on top. And if you don't have a bolster, instead you could also use 4 blocks. If you had 4 blocks and not a bolster, you could do it like this. Yeah, that's how I used to do it before I had a bolster. 2 and 2 beside each other. And then a blanket on top. And it's a good thing to have something for your feet. You don't really have to worry about the wall, just don't be too close so that you, so that you have space. I have 4 blocks, either 3 or 4. And if you tend to have low back pain, then maybe 4 blocks, yeah? A little bit more height for your feet will be easier for your lower back. Then I'm the bolster. I'm gonna put my belt around the thighs first, and as I push the blanket, I slide back, bit by bit, until the lower vertex of the shoulder blades are on the edge, shoulders moving down, and then bringing the feet up on the backs. The arms are by the sides like in Shivas. And the chin is down. So if you're in the right place, you shouldn't be like this, but yeah, so the back of the neck is long and the chin is heading down. Okay, go for it. I'm just gonna lie here for a little bit. You can observe me and get yourself set up like this. Okay. So even if the shoulders don't go down all the way to start with, after a while with gravity, they will go down more. So not to worry about that. Just make sure that you are centered on the bolster. I'm not there to fix you, so you've got to see that you are aligned properly, because otherwise it wouldn't be comfortable. And again, to be with the breath, see how the breath is now And this is a very relaxing and rejuvenating pose. So enjoy it. Yeah, so push in the blanket, Michelle, and move back. Go back, go back, go back. Don't shuffle, but slide, 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 slide. Feel where the support is as you slide. When you shuffle, you can't really feel it, and you need to go back more. Keep going, keep going. Push the blanket, go back. Your shoulders need to be on the floor. Yeah, nearly. Keep going. She doesn't trust me. Keep going. So this is the lower tips to the shoulder blades on the edge. Yeah, but that's it. Don't go anymore. That's fine. And then the palms facing up and let the shoulders go down. Chin down and just breathe. One more minute. Stay with your breath. All right. And now slowly start to prepare yourself to come out. Bending your knees one at a time. Take your feet to the floor. And then roll yourself all the way to the right side of your bolster in one piece. Don't twist the spine. And then you can press your left hand down to come up. I'm just aware of the time. We will have to be a little bit over time because more things to do. I hope you don't mind. So now we balance the energy of the and the energy of the heart. And we are going to do a couple of poses that stimulate you for positive thinking. And we're going to do Upamishtakonasana. Yes, legs wide. And you can use the rolls. So having the back body against the wall, taking the feet wide. So I've got the bolster, you can use your bolster. And pressing the fingers by the side to get a lift. Yeah, so lifting, navel, chest. So if I press the fingers down and I'm lifting up. Yeah, so just like that, Upavishta Konasana. And it's just 1 minute pose, that's not for a long time. All right, quick. Taking the feet wide, legs are straight, toes are pointing up. And if you can then, so you've got the back supported with the wall, you're pressing the fingertips by the sides and lifting. So it's about that lift. So that's what you're looking for. Roll the shoulders back and lift and breathe. Straight legs, stretch. Feet wide, if you can. Going to bend your knees, you can stay where you are. And we will do Baddha Konasana. Yes, taking the knees out, but taking the soles of the feet together. The big leg. So again, it's about that lift from the lower abdomen. That's what you are looking for. And back is straight. So I'm kind of coming away from the wall, so you don't really have to worry about that. But as you pull, rolling the shoulders back and lifting. And then again, just about a minute there. So another pose for your positive thinking. All right, and then you can release, and we're going to do Paschimottanasana. And you can use, again, you can sit up on some bolster. I have a chair here in my head, keeping the back straight as you relax the head down. So it's not about going as far as you can, but rather can you do it in a relaxed way. So feet are hip width apart, and see that you are still kind of reasonably on the center of the heel, so that the pelvis is aligned properly. And if you need more height for the head, if it feels like a strain to bring the head down there, then give yourself some more height for the head. Okay. Be with the breath. Let go where you need to let go. So you're still stretching the back body, all the fascia covering the back, hamstrings, linked to the whole back body. Just try and let go, unraveling everything. And then from there, as you breathe in, you can come up. And we are going to do relaxation. We're going to do a little bit of breath work at the start of it. And so, if you could have your bolster and a blanket. Yes, a bolster for the back and then blanket for your head. You're sitting in front of your bolster. When you lie back, you want the bolster to support the ribs, rib cage, but not the lower back. And then making sure your chin is down low, lower than the forehead. Straighten the legs, arms to the sides, palms facing up. And we are going to do a couple of cycles of Viloma Pranayama 2, which is really good for anxiety. It's really good to calm the brain again. So, just very quickly, we've done it before. So you're going to take a few normal, deep, long breaths through the nose. And then breathing all the way up to the chest. And on your breath out, breathing from the collarbones down to the sternum and pausing there. Yeah, so a few seconds. And then from there down to your navel, pausing. And then from the navel all the way down. Okay? And then again, breath all the way up. And again, down to here, to the navel, and all the way. Yeah, so about 2 of those. Then you can relax for a little bit, then you can try again in your own time before you completely let go. Yeah, so once you are there, just again, be comfortable, be with the breath. Take a few normal breaths with awareness as you breathe out, breathing from the chest down into the abdomen. As you breathe in, breathing from the abdomen up into the chest without forcing them. And then in your own time, once you are ready, after your next full inhalation, as you breathe out, breathe from the collarbones down into your sternum and see if you can pause there. Just for as long as it's comfortable. So it could just be a second or two. And then from the sternum, can you breathe down into your navel and pause there again. And once you're pausing, keep your awareness to that point of the pause. Yeah, see that, just check that you're not tightening your neck, your throat. That's what I used to do. It's a very common thing. And then from the navel all the way down to the abdomen, but without straining. So at the end of the exhalation, there might be strain there. So don't go all the way there. All right, and then on your next breath in, see if you can breathe all the way up to the chest. And try again. And if you're not used to this, then one cycle might be enough, you know. So if you feel that you're left, you need to breathe normally, then do. Yeah, so don't gasp for breath. And again, then pausing. So breathing from the collarbones down to your sternum and observing the breath as it pauses from the sternum down into your navel and then all the way down to the abdomen. After that, you can take a few normal breaths and you can try it again. And when you are done, just relaxing, letting go completely. I'm gonna leave this to you now. So in your own time, once you've had enough of the breath, just make sure that you relax for a few minutes completely. So you've been relaxing all along now. So hopefully you'll be able to go a little deeper. And thank you for being here. Hope you sleep well tonight. You should after this. And I shall see you all next